We are back at Edinburgh Street Food, back at the Fringe with Gianmarco Soresi.
Yes, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's exhausting being here. It's a lot of people I know, doing shows, seeing shows, so I'm hanging in there.
So, it's been a year since we last spoke.
Yes.
What has been happening? You are a busy man.
Yeah, a lot of shows, a lot of touring. Went to Asia, did shows for the first time, filmed another special. And still was able to double the amount of time I'm at the Fringe this year. So 2 weeks this time.
That's exciting. So what can you tell us about the show and where is it?
Well, Theatre Adult is sold out. So I've been doing this show where really, I went to college for musical theater, and I've been kind of grappling, what do I do with this love I have for theater, even though I don't really do it, and I felt like I failed at it. So I'm like trying to explore with audience, like people who were theater kids. Maybe they quit in high school, maybe they never got to do it, maybe they pursued it professionally, maybe they're still doing it but they hate it. And like it's a love letter against my own will. And it's been awesome. Yeah. I now sing a little bit in the show, so I've been like having to think about my voice. But then we ended up selling it out, so we added some stand-up shows, just so I could just not talk about theater for a second. So I'm going to do McEwan Hall again, August 27th at 11:10.
It's an awesome venue.
Awesome venue. I did it last year. It was my first time ever doing a venue that's like almost 1,000 seats. Yeah. So that'll be nice. And for all the people who don't give a shit about musical theater, I'm sure it'll give them a nice little reprieve from it.
So, as you were saying, you were at Edinburgh last year, you're back this year. Why Edinburgh? What do you like about Edinburgh so much?
It's so magical. I wish I'd come here when I was like 20, because it's just, speaking of theater kids, it's theater kids from all over the world. Because I did the New York Fringe Festival. Yes. That's actually how I started getting into stand-up. What makes Edinburgh magic is the 1 hour rule.
Yeah.
Because if it's bad, that's okay.
Uh-huh.
You can take risks in Edinburgh. And 1 hour of someone's time, they'll forgive you. They'll be enthusiastic. They're not going to get tired after 1 hour. So there's something about that allows for honestly a lot more freedom for the audience to choose and freedom for the performer to take risks. And I really think like that is the secret ingredient, is not letting anyone go longer than an hour.
So there's a few people we've spoken to at the Fringe this year and last year, and there was two outstanding statements that always kind of resonated. One is the Edinburgh Fringe is like the Olympics. The best and the worst in the world come here to compete, but not to compete for the best show, to compete for a finished show.
Yes.
And the other thing was that the Fringe used to be you'd come here without a show, just with an idea, and you'd leave with a show. And now it's people are coming with a fully finished, perfect, top-tier show and just leaving with a month of work. So
I did the former, so I feel honored. I feel I brought Theatre Adult a complete mess, and I'm formulating it. So I love that.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. How do you feel? Because I like the idea of like, I've got an idea, and then I do the reps, I do 30 days, I do other bits, and then I've got something at the end of it. How do you feel that at the Fringe?
I hear what you're saying, where I've seen more like finished products, but I do think it's really exciting to approach it. This is the most new figuring it out that I've ever come to a fest, and I was really anxious about it because I'm like, you have to provide more for the audience. But it really has been so cool that I don't know what everyone else is doing. And I know we live in an increasingly difficult world where performers have to be their own producers, their own promoters, their own everything. And so I can imagine that would lead people to be like, I need to have the product ready to go. But I do think it's beautiful to be able to work things out and to have audiences who, so much about performance, whether it's stand-up or anything, is like, what is the audience, what have they been trained to do? What do they expect? So I hope people feel that they have the room to come with something new. I love the idea of coming with an idea and leaving with the show. That's crazy, but that's really beautiful.
Do you think we could see that next year, maybe?
Sure, I'll come even less prepared. Listen, I'd love it. The least prepared I can be. That's been my dream, to go to a place where I can feel like I can start there and build. So who knows?
I think that's the beautiful thing with the Fringe is there's 4,200 shows this year, and every show's different. And I think if you come with an idea and leave with a show, every one of your shows are different.
Yeah, I definitely think people who come to Theater Adult, the one I'm doing this year, at the end of these 2 weeks, they'll go, oh, that's so different. And that's an exciting thing to do as an artist, because so many, especially comedy, you need the audience to figure out stuff. It's really hard to create comedy in a bubble. It just doesn't work. It's like trying to compose a song, but you don't have the other instruments. It's like you're coming to the studio. And I think there's a way as an artist, specifically for like stand-up, where you can really be like, hey, you are witnessing the act of creation and exploration in a way where the failure can be fun. It can't all be fails. You got to have some good jokes in there. But I think if you can get the audience on board with your journey, that in and of itself becomes the show.
So take a little step away from the Fringe, because you're sold out. You're the man of the Fringe this year. What else are you working on? Do we have anything exciting coming up?
I mean, I got a special we just filmed that's going to come out towards the end of the year. I can't say any details yet, but deep in the editing of that. This Theater Adult show, I really want to build it for maybe something off Broadway in New York. Ooh. For a run. And then I'm just touring like a madman. So I filmed this hour. I'm very close to fully retiring the material and just building that next one, going around Europe, hopefully back to Asia, and moving to some big theaters in December. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome, that's very exciting. We are in Edinburgh Street Food. There is all the food from around the world here. If you could have any food right now in front of you, what would it be?
I think I'm going to go fish and chips, because it's normally I eat a little more health conscious, but if I'm going to, I will get the unhealthy thing if I'm in the place where that's where you get it.
Oh, Scotland's the place for the unhealthy thing. That is a good choice.
Fish and chips. That's what I'm going to do.
Brilliant. So, 2 questions before we round things off. First off, where can people find you? Where's your show? Where are you on social media? Where's the podcast?
So I'm at the Fringe Festival. The only show with tickets available, it's at McEwan Hall, August 27th, 11:10. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be like a late night chaos.
Ooh.
It's going to be good. People will be drunk, which I don't need to say here. It could be a 2 p.m. show here. But McEwan Hall, August 27th, 11:10. Or sorry, 23:10.
23:10.
Forgive me.
So good.
And then my podcast is called The Downside. I'll be talking about the Fringe a bunch in the coming weeks, I'm sure. And then I'm at everywhere social media at Gianmarco Soresi.
So our final question. The person before you leaves a question for the next. So the last person we spoke to said, or asked, what is your best kept secret that you've heard at the Fringe? Could be a secret about a show, could be a secret about a person. Just let us into a little secret.
Oh gosh, a secret at the Fringe. I heard about this guy. I guess the day before the Fringe starts, he goes to like a hill and folds a fitted sheet.
Yeah. So he goes to Carlton Hill, which is just over there.
Is that the hill that it ends at? That at the end of the Fringe, everyone goes and
so that's Arthur's Seat. That's behind Carlton Hill.
A lot of hills.
Yeah, a lot of hills.
A lot of hills.
Edinburgh is a hill.
Yeah.
So he goes to Carlton Hill, and so he puts out flyers. Then it's just a plain white flyer with black letters, being like, "Come watch me fold a fitted sheet." Nobody talks about it. There's just a QR code, and it saves it. And I think this year there was about 2,000 people that came to watch him fold a fitted sheet. He folded it perfectly, put it in a bag, and walked away. That was it.
So, is he good at fold? Like, are you going like, wow, he's really good at folding that sheet?
I saw a video of it. Perfect fold. Perfect.
Okay.
Apparently fitted sheets are impossible to fold. This man did it. He folded it into the sheet, so it was a little pocket, stuck it in a bag, walked away.
Because I folded sheets before, but I would never, it's not worthy of an audience.
Apparently it is.
For him,
Yeah.
I hope to aspire to that someday. I fold sheets for 10, 12 people sometimes, but still working my way up.
That's the largest audience I've heard of for folding sheets until Carton Hill. That's impressive. 10 people watching you fold sheets. So, Gianmarco, what would you like to leave for the next person that sits here? Could be advice, could be a question, anything.
Oh my gosh, advice or a question. A question, I would say, is what's the most fucked up show you've seen at the Fringe?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And then I want to go.
Before we end this, what's the most fucked up show you've seen either at the Fringe or anywhere?
Oh gosh.
You don't need to name names if names can't be named.
Well, I saw there's a place in New York called The Box, and it's like it's just cabaret acts, but very, very dirty. So there was this performer. They tried to fist their own asshole, and they first tried. And they got deep, but it didn't,
Yeah.
you know, you got to get to the wrist.
Yeah.
That's the thing, so you can walk around with it. So then he shook his hand, did it a second time, not quite. And I was like performer to performer. I know what he's doing. He's setting this up. And then third time, couldn't do it again. Okay. And then it had to be like, well, it was pretty deep.
Yeah.
That was still pretty impressive. And then left, and we applauded that they almost fisted themselves.
So if you like cabaret, the largest cabaret in the world festival is happening right now in Edinburgh.
Really?
So if you want to see cabaret, it's there. I think at 12, 12:30, there's a naked cabaret on every day.
That's my speed.
So there's that. Or late on, like into after 11, I've been told it's in the underground basement of a Greek takeaway. There is an after dark cabaret, which they said is even a little bit spicy for them. So if you're going to see something, Gianmarco, I think that's the one you should find.
It's basement of a Greek restaurant.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't tell you where because I don't know, but I've been told there's a basement of a Greek restaurant, there's an after dark cabaret, and it's a little too spicy.
All right, I'll look into it.
Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
I hope to see you next year.
Yeah, me too.